This weekend we had so many value picks on the website. So many of them came in. It was absolutely killing it this weekend. My favourite was Como to beat Juventus. Juventus hadn't lost in 10 games. Website still had Como to win.
The Thomas Frank bus is like totally broken down. Wheels have fallen off. And hello and welcome back to the Numbers Game. And we've got another Champions League roundup for you guys. It's exciting. European football is back. We've got some great picks. The algorithm is on fire at the moment. And in fact, it has led Ollie to make some amazing picks. You had some huge wins last week, didn't you?
That's right, mate. Both of my weekend picks came in. So that's 50 quid back from a tenner. And that puts me firmly into the green.
Firmly.
And leaves the two of you firmly in my dust. So I don't want to say it because it's still early doors, but you two are going to have to start making some plays if you want to make this a competition, lads.
No, I had this thought myself, and then I thought, you know what? It's very early in the season. Play the game, do the value betting. I've made a conscious decision now as well that the value betting is my game. I'm going balls deep on it. I'm not none of this half in, half out. Then put an acca on to try and catch up. None of that. We're going value betting. I'm going to prove to you boys that the maths works, the website works, the algorithm is fire. The one that this fucker built and doesn't trust.
Well, we wouldn't say I don't trust it. I mean, we all backed Sunderland this weekend, didn't we? Sunderland were on both of my.
Okay, no, you trust the prediction, but you don't trust the odds.
Yeah, it's true because, well, yeah, it is true. But this week I've gone a little bit
Which
more...
is the same thing because the prediction is the odds. But go on.
I've gone a little bit more value betting this week, and I'll explain why. I've not gone full value betting like you, but I'm dipping my toe in.
Yes, you can't really do that, but...
No, makes no sense.
As you'll see. Let's get stuck in. Come on, Jason. Start off picks, mate. Champions League night. Do something.
Well,
make yourself busy.
I've gone fully with the algorithm. I've gone fully with the algorithm with my picks, but I've done what I did last time, which was also to have Tuesday and Wednesday games because, you know, there's nothing more deflating than you've had your pick, you've gone into Tuesday, and, you know, I don't want to bring it up, but the Jamie Vardy pick from a while ago, Sam, where your pick was over before the
remember that one. So, not sure what you mean there.
Before the game week began, my favourite pick of all time.
So I wanted to kind of, you know, give myself something to look forward to with each day. So there's no crossover. There's no crossover at all. So Tuesday's games, it's Copenhagen versus Dortmund over 2.5 goals. Barcelona versus Olympiacos over 2.5 goals. And then I have to back my boys, don't I? You know, there is so much bias here, but I'm not going to, you know, skate over it. Arsenal to win. So that gives me a 2.92 to 1, £5 on, £19 to win. And they're all looking really good. The algorithm absolutely loves them. And this is where I kind of really heavily rely on the algorithm because, you know, my knowledge of European football is not like it is with the Premier League, where I can, you know, make those guesses. We can work within our knowledge bases. This is really reliant on the data here. So what do you think of those first picks there?
I like them. I thought you might have gone Arsenal to win to 0. I thought that was what was coming. But
Me too.
I think, the Champions League, I lean on it as well, because I think when it must have been PSG again, who was the Champions League final?
PSG against Inter.
Yeah, when PSG faced Inter in the Champions League final, I remember distinctly thinking, how much does, you know, PSG's domestic success translate to Champions League and Inter's and vice versa? And that's why the algorithm is so good and had PSG favourites then. And it's Champions League's our best, or the algorithm's best competition.
Yeah, and I think we'll see it with all of our picks this time around. When it comes to the Premier League, we're also invested in it. We know all the little details. We know all the players. We know who's on form and who's not. But with the Champions League, it's impossible to know all that info for all the different leagues. So I do the exact same thing here. I just rely so heavily on the algorithm, and you'll see that with my picks too. So can't really argue it, Jason. I like him.
Yeah, so then Wednesday I've gone really the same again. So just utilising all the tools on the website again. And just to remind people, this is from the paid area of the website. So usually when we talk about the Premier League, that is for free, but this is on the paid membership. But if you have 1 week like Ollie's, you've paid for your membership for the year, basically. Mm-hmm. So Wednesday's games, Bayern Munich, over 3.5 goals and to win. They're just such huge favourites on the website. You can't overlook that. And so I'm going for them to have a massive win there. Then Eintracht Frankfurt versus Liverpool, both teams to score, both kind of defences looking a little bit leaky there, and also Chelsea versus Ajax, again both teams to score, and the algorithm loves it, and it seems to be good value because it's come out as 4.07 to 1, £5 to win, £25 there as well. And yeah, I just feel really confident with these picks here. I'm going fully with the kind of machine learning, and so I'm happy with these ones. But do you guys have anything to argue against that?
These are my favourite picks you've ever made, I think, Jason. I like them all a lot. I like the data backing them up. And if I like them, you know what that means.
One thing,
Coming in.
the Bayern Munich picks balls. Is that Bayern Munich to
No,
score
just over
more than
2.5.
3.5, I think you said, didn't you?
Yes, yeah.
Over 3.5.
But in the game, not Bayern Munich.
Yeah. So that would be what, 4-0, 3.
Yeah, but they're averaging over 3 goals per game.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Kane's averaging 2 goals per game himself.
I saw that compilation of Harry Kane the other night where he was playing number 6, number 8, number 10, and number 9 all at once. Outrageous.
It is outrageous.
One of the best players in the world right now.
He's the best player in the world right now.
Yeah,
I'd say.
Jason, I love it, mate. I've never bet on over 3.5 in my life, but I respect that you have.
Yeah, it's usually the other one round.
3.5 fan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was going to say this is the under 4 merchant who's now 3.5. I love it. So I'm really excited with those picks. I'm looking forward to what you guys have picked out as well. Usually, Sam, I'm going to throw it to you because you do find these nuggets, these gems that the website brings up as well. So yeah, show it off. Show your tips off, mate.
Oh, there's a big...
Get your tips out.
This weekend, we had so many value picks on the website. So many of them came in. It was absolutely killing it this weekend. My favourite was Como to beat Juventus. Juventus hadn't lost in 10 games. Website still had Como to win.
Wow.
And the value bet was there as well. Like the odds were better than they should have been. And that was a nice 11 a.m. start to my Sunday. But anyway, this week, Champions League, there's a lot of value picks again. However, there's a couple I'm not going for. PSV to beat Napoli, which is outrageous. I'm not going to back that one. Copenhagen to beat Dortmund at home. 40% according to the algorithm. You're going to get that 3-1. So 40% is about 3-2. You're going to get it 3-1. That is why it's a value bet.
Pretty tasty, that.
You dig into the data, and what do we see? We see that Copenhagen are undefeated in the last 5 at home. We see that Dortmund have got the worst data in pretty much everything that actually matters. I think travelling to Denmark on a cold Tuesday night.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I'm happy with that at 3-1.
They always have those mad tifos at FC Copenhagen and that as well, don't they? Make it a proper fortress. I think Premier League clubs have struggled when they've been there, haven't they? And I never see Dortmund as a team who turn up in a hostile environment. So, and
then my next pick, I was actually stuck with this one, whether to back it or not, but I'm going to go for it. We've got Monaco to beat Tottenham. Jason, you're going to love this one. Yeah. I know that Spurs have been worse kind of at home, but you're not going to convince me that going away on a Champions League night to Monaco is more difficult than being at home.
They are struggling at the moment as well. Like the Thomas Frank bus is like totally broken down. Wheels have fallen off. And I think it's predictable as well, though. You could kind of see the stock of the team is not very good. The midfield is absolutely lacking. Like Paulinho is come in, and he's a great defensive midfielder, but he's not creative. And so where are the goals coming from? You know, they're over-reliant on Xavi Simons. I think they will. Yeah.
He's really Xavi Simons 007. Take some respect off his name immediately.
But Monaco are really good at home.
They've just sacked the manager as well, haven't they?
Pretty sure called Adi Hüttler.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just got rid of him. Like.
Can I just ask, if your surname is Hütter, why would you call your child Adolf?
I know, yeah.
That is just Tap's behaviour, isn't
Surely
it?
Adolf is on the blacklist no matter
what. I know, exactly,
yeah.
Yeah, the graph the kid's named Adolf goes like that, and then there's just a little bump in like 1980 or whatever. But they've got much better data than Spurs, and if we all remember as well, Spurs should have lost to Bodo Glimt and ended up drawing that game away. So the Champions League is not kind to them normally, historically.
No, one thing though about Spurs is, and you have alluded to it, is that especially away from home this season, they've pulled results out despite their performances, and I think that sort of led people to think that they've started well when actually they have not really clicked. They look like Jason alluded to. They look like they miss a few players every time they play. Some of the signings have not really worked. 007 Xavi Simons, for instance. But they have.
He only had 36 touches yesterday.
Really,
in the whole game.
He was playing number 10 as well, wasn't he?
That's what I mean.
Stuck on the wing. And but they have pulled results out of the bag, which is why I'm not 100% on this one. I don't love it.
But that's why I'm going 5 on Copenhagen, 5 on Monaco. Monaco's 2-1. Funnily enough, the website thinks that it should be the other way around. The odds should be better on a Monaco win than Copenhagen, but I'm going for it. 2 value bets, balls deep on the value betting. Slowly building my way back up the table. There's no need to rush things. It's a long old season.
Right,
this guy wins the league.
This
guy's like Everton wins the league in September.
Should we move on then to what the punters came here for? They want to see.
That's it now. We can wrap up.
They want to see what the winners' picks are this week.
Yeah.
So as a man who's 10 game weeks in and firmly in the green, I intend to stay there. And my plan this week was to sort of build on that momentum. No time for consolidation. I want to go balls deep again with the strategy that's got me here in the first place. So I've followed the website very, very, very staunchly here. I sorted the games by both teams to score. Most likely on the Tuesday night was Leverkusen PSG, and the more I looked into this, the more I liked it. Both Leverkusen have scored in every single game so far this season. They average over 2 goals per season. Per game, sorry. And PSG, of course, we all know how good their attack is. They average over 2 goals as well per game this season. So I've got both teams to score in that one. The AI had it a massive 63% off the top of my head. And then I also sorted the games on Tuesday night by highest win percentage. And this is what I alluded to earlier of a bit of a value pick. It's not a true value pick, but it's a what I see as better value. So Barcelona was the highest one at 63% to beat Olympiacos, but that was only 1-5 at the bookies. Whereas Arsenal to beat Atletico Madrid was second at 57%, and that was 3-5. So you're getting 3 times the value, but only 7% difference according to the AI. So I backed Arsenal to win. I've been backing Arsenal all season. That's what's got me to the top of the leaderboard because I think they are one of the best teams in the world right now. So Arsenal to beat Atletico Madrid. And finally, I've gone with Mr. Inevitable himself, Erling Haaland, to score away at Villarreal. 14 goals in 10 games. Looks like every time he gets the ball, he's going to score. All 3 in a treble, tenner on it, returns 44 quid.
Oh,
So
nice.
over 3-1 for that. I see them all as good, reliable picks. So I'm really happy with this. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm shocked at the odds on that. I think that's a great bet. 3 legs. I was thinking that the odds would be bad. So £44 return. What's that? 3-1.
Yeah,
Decent,
I
mate.
think of all those picks, surprisingly, Erling Haaland to score any time is the longest odds at 1.72. I think that's probably just because away in the Champions League, and also, of course, City have sort of, although they've been winning games, they've not really looked like a well-oiled machine, have they? They've been relying on Haaland. So, but yeah, I like it. What do you think, Jason?
I absolutely love it. You've explained everything nice and succinctly as well for maybe the layperson with the betting, the fact that you've gone with the Atletico pick over the kind of others because the win percentage was only slightly different, but the odds were so much better. I love that reasoning, and I think it's brilliant. It's kind of maybe an insight into why you have done so well in recent weeks, Ollie, because you're finding these sneaky bets, finding the true value there and weighing it up against all the data. So again, it's a win for you, but obviously a win for you utilizing the brilliant algorithm as well. And I think Sam's going to be upset that I'm waxing lyrical about
I
it.
am already, mate. Could it get any bigger?
Look, he's got his tip out, and I've got to, praise him on it.
Yeah, I've got a sizable throbbing tip at the
Oh,
moment.
God. Keep it PG, fellas.
I'll let you stroke it off camera.
That's what I'm here
Give
for.
me some good luck, I will do. Will the genie come out?
If you rub it 3 times and make a wish, maybe.
So that's our picks then for the Champions League.
Have we got another?
No, that's it.
Oh, you
full
backed
£10.
Oh, of course you did. Yeah,
because he put the full tenor on. He's so confident in it, and I absolutely love it as well. I love it, as Kevin Egan would say. But yeah, that's our picks for the Champions League. And just to remind people, do head over to the website numbersgame.uk, and this is for the paid membership. But also subscribe to the channel. We're making great picks every week, and also like and share the video because we want others to do well as well. We don't want to hoard this information. It's there for everybody to enjoy. But we will see you very soon with our Premier League picks as well.